This is the Projekt Gemineye Update, your source for all things Projekt Gemineye. Brought to you by Reficul Records. And here's your host, Mark Anthony K. Greetings, friends, and welcome to episode 166 of the Projekt Gemineye Update. I'm back again, very soon, as you can see. This is going to be a combination Projekt Gemineye update, slash Reficul Records sort of update, and a Record Store Day update for you guys. Since today is Record Store Day, being April 23rd, I figured I would show you what I got on Record Store Day. Now, before we get to the Record Store Day thing, I'm going to do something I've never done really before, and that is I'm going to ask, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit the subscribe button. I'm nearing 300, so it'd be nice to get to that number. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up and all that other good stuff, and leave a comment if you feel like doing so. Yeah, and other than that, I hope you enjoy this video. So first off, let's get the Projekt Gemineye stuff out of the way and the Reficul Records update. So first of all, a huge thank you to everybody who has pre-ordered the vinyl release, or the vinyl who are involved in the vinyl pre-order of In the Year 3073 Book 3. It's going fantastically well. Lots of orders. I'm almost flabbergasted at the fact that I think I'm almost half sold already. Like, I mean, it's only 100 vinyl, but usually, it takes a little while to sell 100 vinyl for me. But it's going very quickly now. I mean, I'm pretty much at the halfway point, so I have a feeling this record's going to sell pretty quickly. So if you haven't gotten your order in yet for this record, do so, because it looks like it might be a quick seller, this one. Next, as far as Reficul Records goes, because Reficul Records is the label I run and release all my product on, and I also have one signing on this record, a great artist by the name of Joe Bailey. He has a new album out called Devil in the White City, which is getting some rave reviews. In fact, it has gotten a mention in this month's Prog magazine. So yeah, it's starting to pick up steam. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited for Joe. And there will be a CD pre-order coming very soon for this album. Sorry. So if you are interested in getting a copy, keep your eyes open. I will, of course, make all the proper, send out all the proper messages and stuff like that, and posts on the Reficul Records page for this. But I would advise getting it. The CDs usually turn out excellent as far as the packaging and everything else. We do a great job in making the product look fantastic, and the music is just fantastic. So keep your eyes open for Joe Bailey's CD version of Devil in the White City. That brings me also to another thing that me and Joe are involved in, and that is the Dark Monarchy. If you saw the recent, I don't know if I even made this post yet, but I am working on getting started doing the guitar tracks for the new album, the Dark Monarchy 3, as it's called right now, temporarily. So there will be a new Dark Monarchy album coming down the pipe sooner than later. Really excited about that because everything's written already. It's been written for a while, but things happen, blah blah blah. So that got delayed, but it's back on the table now, and in the pipeline of getting done very soon. So lots of things on the go, and yeah, I've even, if you can believe it or not, I've already kind of blueprinted a couple of songs for the next Projekt Gemineye album, but that is way down the line. Let's just worry about getting this album out and ready. And again, thank you everybody who's put in their pre-orders. It's been doing spectacular so far. Thank you so much. Okay, so now that we got that part of the video done, let's go to the Record Store Day end of things. Since everybody's posting about Record Store Day, I figured I would do it. Now, before I show you anything, I think it would be extremely important, and I'd be amiss if I didn't mention somebody here first. And that is my good friend Anthony K, better known as AGK. He has a Instagram called AGK's Vinyl Life. He also does videos on YouTube under the AGK Vinyl Life moniker. Fantastic collection. He has some incredible records in his collection, as well as other media and other kinds of collectibles and stuff like that. So if you're into that stuff, seek out AGK's Vinyl Life. You won't be sorry. And thanks to Anthony, I got stuff for Records Today because I wasn't able to get out. I was extremely busy doing a lot of things around the house and, record wise and stuff like that, record business stuff. So I didn't get a chance to sneak out and get anything. But thanks to Anthony, he got me 3 items that I desperately wanted for Record Store Day. In fact, they were the only 3 things I wanted from Record Store Day, so I'm so grateful that he grabbed them for me. So let's go through those items. And the first one, and these are going to be not a surprise to anybody. The first one is Toy, the Toy EP from David Bowie. This was something that when I saw was on the list, I immediately was interested in it. I got the box set that came out earlier, the CD one. I didn't want to get the vinyl one, but I'm glad I got this now because at least I have a vinyl edition of something from that collection. It's on 10-inch. It has these interesting labels with these nice little inner sleeves inside. And after I go through this, I'm going to have one little comment I'm going to make though. Here is the vinyl on black vinyl, different sort of opposite color schemes on each side. This has, let me take a look just so I don't speak out of my rear end here. These have alternate mixes and edits. There's a radio edit of You Got a Habit of Leaving. There's a vocal and piano mix of Shadow Man. Alternate ending of Silly Boy Blues. On side B, we have Can't Stop Thinking About Me, the live BBC radio sessions, I Dig Everything Live, and the London Boys Live. So a couple of live things, a couple of edits. So fantastic. Very happy to have this in the collection. Then, of course, there was another Bowie release, and I desperately wanted that as well. This is the Brilliant Adventures EP. I got the box set as well. I got the CD one, of course, because this one was incredibly expensive on vinyl and a little out of my price range, but I'm happy I got the CDs because the CDs sound incredible and fantastic. And you have the same booklet and everything. Sure, it's a bit smaller, but all the same information is in there and all the great quality is there as well. There is the back cover. This comes in a nice printed inner sleeve. There's the man there. Rest in peace. There's the information about what's on here. There are 2 songs aside on this 12-inch, which should make it sound absolutely fantastic. I like these kind of 12-inch singles. Side 1 has Johnny Download, aka I'm Afraid of Americans, is an early version of the song. And I Have Not Been to Oxford Town, the alternate mix, which is from Outside. And 2 live songs, A Small Plot of Land and My Death, are 2 live versions from, I believe, this is hard to read, so on red. That's Shakespeare Theater in New York on September 18th of 1995. So some classic, well, I guess it's considered a classic. 1990s, it's been a long time since the 90s. So some classic material from David Bowie, from an era of his music that I really enjoy. But, some of the David Bowie purists are not so hip on this era of music, but I think they're missing out in my opinion. And the last item that I got, and man, was I so happy that Anthony said he found this and if I wanted a copy of this, man, because if you go onto Discogs, this album was released, the year it was released, like I think it was 1995, was it? 1991. This album was released, and it only came out in Europe on MCA Records, I believe. And if you're trying to get an OG copy of this, it's about $300. It's really, really expensive. So I'm glad they reissued this. That is Voivod's Angel Rat. This is my favorite Voivod album, period. It is very progressive, very metal. Some of the best singing, performing, songwriting. Terry Brown is involved in the production of this, so it sounds incredible. It was done on Metalworks in Toronto. I'm very sure of that if my memory serves me correctly. There's the guys. They were a 3-piece at this point. Again, this is not the easiest to read in this kind of darkness that I have here. So they were produced by Terry Brown. recorded at Metalworks, yeah, on 48 track using Tascam digital technology. So it's a digital recording, of course. And from what I remember, I believe Geddy Lee was frequenting their sessions at this time, sort of getting involved a little bit in the production and things, but uncredited. So this is why I was really into this record, why I think I like it so much. It's really, really amazing record. If you like sort of the more progressive end of metal, this will be right up your alley. Now, let's open it up here. It comes in this inner sleeve with it's an anti-static sleeve. Thank God. I was going to be pissed off if it was in one of those shitty paper sleeves. And it's on this sort of odd splatter vinyl. To me, it looks very black with just a little bit of coloring here and there, which is strange because if you read the hype sticker, it says it's on deep purple with lime monster green swirl. I mean, it looks black to me. I mean, that's really deep purple. Now, my only complaint, and you probably notice it from all three of these, I find that the record companies, especially these ones that are involved in this, really skimped out on a bit of extras. There's no inner sleeve. There's no inner, no inserts. There's no lyric inserts, especially for this one. There's nothing to it. It's just a vinyl inside, and that's it. There's no poster, no lyric insert, no download card, no nothing. And still, this is still $34. Okay, I mean, not to pat myself on my own back here, but I'm offering a record for $30 plus shipping, which is less than this. Okay, and you get 2 posters, colored vinyl, anti-static sleeve, download card. What gives here? I mean, come on. I mean, this is. I love these guys. Don't get me wrong, and I'm all about the music mainly. So, but I mean, I think people deserve a little bit extra for the money that they spend, and to support this sort of thing. If you want people to continue to support Record Store Day, you ain't gonna get them to continue doing that if you're gonna skimp out like this. Same with the Bowie thing. There was nothing in those ones as well. So, not too happy about that. And speaking of Record Store Day, the June drop, I'm gonna be keeping my fingers crossed to maybe get something for Projekt Gemineye for Record Store Day as well. I'll let you know though that happens. Now, I wanted to show 3 other things that I got as well this week. I mentioned it on my Instagram, but I figured I would show it to you guys on here since it's part of the whole record experience. I got in the mail this album from Rick Wakeman, Goal, which is the official film of the 1982 World Cup and the original film soundtrack. Now, Rick Wakeman's been known to do soundtracks like this for sporting events. If you remember, he did White Rock, which is the soundtrack for the Innsbruck Winter Olympics. I wasn't too hot on White Rock. It was sort of cheesy, but this is much better. I mean, it's far from like, 6 Wives or anything, but it's a lot better. It's listenable. It's some catchy stuff on there. It's well recorded. This is a UK first pressing of it, and it comes with this interesting vinyl here. Let me just grab it for you here. Of course, I had a fumble with it. Yeah, so here it is on Charisma Records. It has this nice little soccer ball center label here on both sides. Yeah, great record. Honestly, one of the better things we probably put out in 1982-83. And you gotta love these inner sleeve, these British ones that they had back at the time. You can tell it's a made in England inner sleeve. Home taping is killing music. Yeah, if they only knew what was to come years later. But yeah, so this is Goal by Rick Wakeman. Again, I was very surprised how actually decent this record is. I'm a huge Rick Wakeman vinyl collector. My goal is to get everything that he has available on vinyl in my collection, and that's a lot of records. So, and one day I'll do a showing of my vinyl that I have from Rick Wakeman's collection. Now, the other thing that I got, I'm really big on compilation albums and samplers right now. I feel that they are one of the best ways to get into certain record labels or get into certain acts and stuff like that, being introduced to them. A lot of the bands that on this sampler I know of, and most people know of, but it's a interesting piece. I decided to get it. It was relatively cheap, so I got it, and it's a white label promo. This is the WIA, which is the Warner Electro Atlantic Sampler, Volume 5. As you can see, this is the in-store promotional copy, not for sale. Rolling Stones, Stevie Nicks, ZZ Top. Look at those songs that are on this. Just absolutely fantastic. Abacab from Genesis. On the back, it just has a little bit more detail of each song and what's on the sides. And like I said, it's a white label promo. Just gotta add that bag here. I listened to it. It sounds great. It probably needs me to run it through a spin clean once or twice because it is a little noisy in spots. But overall, it sounds, though, really, really great. There it is, the white label. Looks really cool. Come on, camera. There you go. Yeah. So, yeah, it sounds great. Like I said, it is a little snap, crackle, poppy, but I think one or two little runs through the record cleaner should take care of that. It usually does. And more listening fun with this then. But like I said, I like getting these now because it does give somebody a broad sense of what a record label has to offer or the kind of music that they're pushing at the time. This is, of course, I think it was 81 or 82, this release. I can't remember offhand now. But, yeah, it's early 80s music that was out at this point. This is volume 5. And I'll be looking for more of these, try to get all of them that they have available. And the last thing that I got now, and I'm very happy I got this because I've been looking for a nice clean copy of this, and I found a really nice one of this. This is Triumph Progressions of Power. This is, I believe, their third record, I think. Third or fourth. Not their most popular. It doesn't have songs that just jump out at you. I Live for the Weekend is probably the most popular song. I mean, it doesn't have like Magic Powers or Fight the Good Fight or, Never Surrender. Songs that are memorable to people who listen to radio. This is probably their most un-radio friendly album, but it sounds really great. I mean, this is a first pressing, a Canadian first press. Here's the inner sleeve that came with it. Very nice condition. And there's a picture of the guys in the back here. And it's on Attic, which is what they were releasing here in Canada. This is a Canadian pressing, as I mentioned. Here's side 2. Here's side 1. And if you were to take a look in the dead wax, like I did, you'll notice that it says JG, I believe. Where is that here? I'm looking at the wrong side, of course. Yes. JG and Kendon, which is for John Golden of Golden Mastering. Of Kendon Mastering. And it sounds really good. I mean, the drums on this record sound fantastic. The overall sound of this record is so powerful and so nicely spread out. The sound staging on this record is incredible. Probably, like I said, for it being not the most classic of songwriting, the sound of this record alone makes me want to go downstairs and listen to it. Like even right now, it sounds so good. Great job on this record. The sound of it is good. It was done at Phase 1 in Toronto. Great studio, lots of great gear. They had some really nice compressors back in the day then. I remember them talking about how when they were making Metalworks, they were trying to, make theirs similar to Phase 1 and look for those kind of really great compressors. I mean, Tony Levine said that those kind of LA 2A compressors are the ones that sound like when you put on a really good jukebox and has that really good bottom end push to it. Those are all over on this record. The drum kit, it sounds fantastic on this album. So if you're looking for a good copy or a good sort of audio sounding version of this record, don't be afraid to seek out the Canadian first pressing. It has this, the great John Golden's work all over it. So so that's it for what I got for Record Store Day, my update, and some extra little pieces of vinyl that I picked up. I hope you guys are doing well out there, and I will be back soon with some more information about Projekt Gemineye and about Joe Bailey and the Dark Monarchy. So keep your eyes peeled for more updates, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a good day.